Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Absolute Zero. Today I felt like breaking character a bit, as you can see, and doing something a little bit more amusing. Now if you didn't already know, on July 20th of 1969, the United States of America successfully landed on the moon. Or so they say. Now this has been a hot topic for debate since it happened, really. There are so many different things people point at and like to make fun of regarding the footage taken from the Apollo 11 mission. The main conclusion for many being that it was filmed in a Hollywood basement. Now I admit, even though I believe it did happen, the timing was, say, convenient for the United States at the time. But I'm not here to debate politics or conspiracy theories, because that's not the point of this channel, right? Basically what I want to do today is find one or two videos about or of the moon landing, go through the comments, and see what kind of arguments people are putting out against its legitimacy. And when I do find those arguments, I'll try to debunk them as best as possible for you guys. Now, to my surprise, I was having a little bit of trouble finding the comments I was looking for, which, when you think about it, is great, but for the sake of this video, I need to dig a little deeper for the comments. The first video is astronauts falling on the moon, one of my personal favorites.
Jack Schmidt having a few problems.
So the first comment I will address is by Mr. Technical, and he says, "This is fully fake. Where are the stars?" Now this is one of the arguments I hear a little less often. See, we're used to seeing the stars here in the night sky on Earth, because it's so dark, and well, obviously, the stars are extremely bright. So naturally, since it's always dark in space, you would expect to see stars all the time, right? However, contrary to what we see through the camera lens, the stars are actually there. Actually, the camera lens is the problem. Even if everything up there seems completely blacked out, that doesn't mean there's not any light. I mean, if there wasn't, you couldn't see anything. Not only that, but the light you're getting from the sun is much more direct out there in space than it would be here on Earth. Due to this, the cameras used to film or take pictures in space are constantly overexposed if they're focusing on a reflective surface. That causes the stars far in the background to disappear from the shot. So in theory, if you were to just point the camera towards space, you would probably see the stars. Okay, so the next comment is actually one I've never seen before. That might be because it's one of the worst arguments I've ever seen, but bear with me. So Son Goku says, "Oh, so on the moon, its light goes out when someone lands on it and comes back when they leave." Well, I've got news for you, Goku. The moon doesn't generate light. The reason you see it glow at night is because it's reflecting the light from the sun. So it doesn't generate light, it just reflects light. So for the moon's lights to go out when someone lands on it, it would have to generate light in the first place, wouldn't it? And then, I don't know where to start with that. Now sadly and surprisingly, that's the last comment that actually had some reasons of disbelief. I mean, the rest of these comments just say it's fake without any backing. For example, Mr. Khan here says, "Fake, 100%. Hart says, "It's totally fake." Abu says, "Fake video." Vat says, "What a joke." So, I mean, come on guys, I'm trying to make a video, give me something to work with. Well, since there's no more content to look at in the comments of this video, why don't we move on to another one, shall we? The next video is CBS's coverage of the 1969 lunar landing posted by NASA itself. Now let me just dig in the comments here and see what I can find. Alright, the first one we have here is about the cameras. Tasev says, "By the way, who's filming the actual landing? Somebody please explain." And I shall do just that. Now this is an argument I see quite often. I mean, it isn't even the only comment on this video that addresses the same subject. Yet it's one of the easier questions to answer. The cameras weren't manned. Most cameras capturing this historic event were unmanned cameras attached to the module. The one they're most likely referencing is the camera manually operated by Buzz Aldrin inside the module. It's also very important to note that in this specific video there are images that are clearly stated to be simulations. So don't be fooled and jump to conclusions too quickly.
A few moments later.
So, I seem to have run into the same problem as last time. There are no more comments attacking the credibility of this video. Maybe I just don't have enough faith in today's society. Anyway, even though no comment has brought it up, and I don't feel like surfing the internet for another video just to find one comment, I want to talk about one thing quickly. Let's talk about the flag. Easily the most famous and simple conspiracy theory about the 1969 moon landing is the waving flag. It is a go-to weapon for people who don't believe we've landed on the moon. You see, the flag is held up by a horizontal bar and simply moves when it is unfurled and as the pole is being fixed into position by the astronauts. The flagpole is light, flexible aluminum that keeps vibrating even after the astronauts have touched the pole, which gives the impression of flowing in the wind. Alright, now that that's all said and done, I feel like this video is complete. I hope you're entertained, and if you weren't sure about the lunar landing, well, maybe you are now. At least, I hope you are. Oh, and if you want to see more of this lighthearted content, be sure to let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.